EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating.
And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
As he takes this up to the 33. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they wanted more.
Touchdown, Vikings! Ty Chandler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Herbert. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin. And he goes out right around the 39. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Ridley here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take a...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Lewisine. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away their timing. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Kappa.
Now it's Herbert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Pressure coming from the Vikes. Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Booker's kick here is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Chandler on second down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That good for 19 on a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They run it with Chandler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Chandler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Here's Chandler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Chandler trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ty Chandler with career touchdown number 75 as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry up.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This one complete to Doolin. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this out to about the 40. 128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On second down now, it's Chandler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on third down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Returning here is Wright. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get it? And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On first down, Chandler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert now. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. Touchdown! Brenton Strange, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. On second down, it's Chandler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets us to the 30-yard line.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Third and 3. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 152 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Run!
Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. 163 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now it's Wright. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Here's Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Chandler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you want the outside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was.